Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatade Satarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Taruvesha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Deenatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Yes. Hare Krishna. Does anyone remember what we discussed last class? Yes. To have fast 5 minutes revision. Yes.
Namaste Guruji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we discussed Atma is pure and it has a desire to control. And as a mother gives toy kitchen to the children, he has given some materialistic items to control for the Jivatmas to get satisfied.
Perfect. One Hari Bol for Santi ji. One nice Hari Bol. Very nice point. This is what. So we discussed about 3 levels. We discussed about Atma, then God, Bhagavan, Paramatma, and the material nature. Now the Atma wants to control. It cannot control up. It can only control something which is down. So what is down is the material energy. So then the material energy is given for the Atma to control. And for the Atma, because it is spirit and material energy is material, for the Atma to deal with the material energy, a body is also given. Right? This you remember?
Yeah.
So this is...
And you told you can make this material world as equal to Vaikuntha by doing seva to all. That was the one line carried away.
So, but problem is everyone, if everyone has to convert into in the service mode, then only it will become Vaikuntha.
Yeah.
So now which is easier proposal? Convert everyone to the mood of service or go to a place where everyone is in mood of service? That is our choice. Because to convert everyone, it's like very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Forget about converting everyone. One family only to convert, it's so difficult. To make a husband, wife, children to stay in the mood of service, that itself is so difficult. Yeah, so this is what. Now the question that was asked that we will discuss today in the beginning is that how the soul, pure soul, while in Vaikuntha, which is also pure, with God, who is also pure, correct? Bhagavan के साथ रह के, to be with God, who is pure. So, how come the pure soul, while in Vaikuntha, which is also pure, living with God, who is also pure, get an desire to control? And that's how we saw that from the Vaikuntha, the soul comes to material world. Yes. So how many of you think it looks very strange? How come the pure soul will have this desire? Yes. If the soul is pure, staying with God who is pure, staying in a place where all pure people are there, how come the soul gets a desire to control? Yes. How many of you think that what can be the reason? What would be the answer? Yes, any guess? Wild guess? Domestic guess?
No guess, Guruji.
Okay, no guess. Okay. Okay. Who is speaking? Vikram ji, your आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. हाँ, अभी आ रहा है. बोलिए जोर से.
So I was saying, in controlling people, there's a different kind of experience, I think, which might be their thinking, the way God is controlling everything. Why should not we also have something to control and get that experience?
Okay, get that experience. Okay. But how come this comes in the mind of the pure soul?
Haribol Prabhu.
Haribol, Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, we want to be enjoyer.
Okay, we want to be enjoyer, but why we want to be enjoyer?
Because we are part of God, so we have the tendency, we have each quality in little amount, so we have that quality to control as well. So this could be reason.
Okay, we are part of God, we want to also control. Okay. So let's discuss now. So the answer is, we need to understand first, the soul has freedom. And when the soul is in spiritual world or Vaikuntha, the soul still has the freedom. Vaikuntha world is also a place of freedom. I'll give a simple example. Here is Sri Nitai Das. Okay, let's give an example. Sri Nitai Das. Now, Sri Nitai Das is trying to follow a pure life. He is living in ISKCON. He is trying to act as spiritual guide for so many people. He is guiding so many couples and all those things and everything. Now, does Sri Nitai Das has the freedom to again do wrong things? Has ISKCON put some electric fencing around Sri Nitai Das, that Sri Nitai Das, everything has to be your scrutinized, channelized, and all those things have to be done, whether you are doing good or bad, because you are giving guidance to so many people. So we will ensure that everything is fenced. Has ISKCON done anything for me like that? I can move around anywhere in this world, right? So just like in case of ISKCON and Sri Nitai Das, that ISKCON has not put some bars, it is Sri Nitai Das' voluntary response to live a pure life. And that freedom is given, and because that freedom is given, it is becoming possible for me to stay within ISKCON. ISKCON is not a jail. So exactly in the same way, spiritual world is not a jail. Even in spiritual world also, the soul is having freedom. Now, the question is, why freedom is given? Because if freedom is given, then there is chance of misusing the freedom. Because if there is no freedom, God doesn't give us any freedom. You just remain in spiritual world and no freedom, and there is a boundary within the spiritual world, and you just can't go out of the spiritual world. So nice, na? You stay there. So why there is freedom? Can anyone say why God gives freedom? Why ISKCON gives freedom to Sri Nitai Das?
Because God loves everyone.
Okay, God loves everyone. So then why, how love is connected with freedom? Why, how love is connected with freedom? Think. Why freedom?
Self-love, Prabhuji.
Okay, self-love. Okay. Okay.
Nobody likes to be arrested.
Yeah, nobody like to be arrested. Very close to the answer. So we need to understand that love is only when there is freedom or choice whom to love. Can love be forced? Can I say, can a boy say put a gun on the head of a girl and say love me? ऐसा होता है कभी? हाँ? Imagine you put a gun on the head of a girl and say, or a girl puts a gun on the boy of a head of a boy and says, okay, you love me, you love me. It doesn't happen in any time, right? So whenever we are talking about love, the first proposal for love is that we need to, if we want to love someone, the first thing we need to have is that there has to be freedom. And without freedom, there is no question of love. So, Lord God has not, God has not made the souls like robots. We are not robots. We have the freedom, and because there is freedom, there is experience of love. Now, when the soul who has freedom in the spiritual world, before control, first thing that comes in the desire of the soul is to be in the center. So the first desire that comes while the soul is staying in Vaikuntha, is the soul thinks, oh, so nice, everywhere there is now God is in the center, God is in the center. Is there any place where God is not in the center? Or is there any place how it would be if I am in the center? So this is the desire that brings the soul from spiritual world to the material world. And as the soul comes from the spiritual world to material world with a desire to be in the center, this thought comes. Let's say, for example, Sri Nitai Das thinks that how it would be if I jump from the 7th floor of this apartment where I am doing class. What will happen? So if there is a thought, then nothing will happen. But if Sri Nitai Das acts on the thought, then there will be problem. So before this center, this thought for center, comes something called curiosity. And what is curiosity? Curiosity, what if I am the center? So this is the thought process through what brings the soul from the spiritual world to the material world. That is, first the soul gets a curious thought because it is having freedom. It has a freedom of thought. So it is having a curious thought. What if I am in the center? Is there any place in like that I can become the center? Just like a curious thought comes in the mind of Sri Nitai Das. What if I jump out from the 7th floor of this apartment? Like something, if let's say Vikram, you are in which floor?
13th floor.
Huh?
13th.
13th floor. So what if I am in 13th floor? I just, what will happen if I jump out? Huh? So this is called curiosity. Now then there are so many people who would say, Sri Nitai Das, don't jump out. There are dangers. If you don't jump out, this will happen, that will happen, all these things. So okay. But if still Sri Nitai Das wants to act on it, then he comes to the material world, right? So there is enough counseling, mentoring, all those things for the Jivatma that no, this is not the right place, this is not the way, and all those things. But still the Jivatma wants to experience being in the center out of curiosity. And just like it is said, the famous saying goes, what it is? Curiosity kills the cat. So exactly in the same way, the Jivatma, as it comes, it gets entangled. Initially, Jivatma wants to be in center, but the nature of this world is that it is designed in such a way that it is very, very entangling, and the Jivatma gets entangled. How many of us know that, let's say, I'll ask all of you, that when we were students, many bad habits also for the students start with curiosity. How many of you know this? Many of the bad habits that the teenagers get, like smoking, drinking and all, it starts with curiosity. देखते हैं थोड़ा सा, अरे वो फंस गया, he got entangled, but I will just drink little bit, I'll just smoke one. And then that curiosity, that feeling actually makes one entangled. So exactly in the same way, the soul also comes, and once it comes, it gets entangled. And then to again bring back the soul, Krishna sends three things. One is Guru, second is sadhus, and the shastras. These are the three things Krishna sends for again bringing back the soul from material world to spiritual world. And these three things are important. Sometimes we think only Guru is important, or sometimes we think only Bhagavad Gita is important, or the Shastras means Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, the Puranas, Vedas, Upanishads, and in Kali Yuga, reading so many Puranas, Vedas, Upanishads is difficult. So the condensed knowledge of Vedas and Upanishads are given in Bhagavad Gita, and the condensed knowledge of the Puranas are given in Bhagavatam. So in Kali Yuga, only these two books are recommended as a crash course. So Bhagavad Gita contains all the knowledge of Vedas and Upanishads. That's why Bhagavad Gita is called the Panchama Veda or Gita Upanishad. So Bhagavad Gita contains the knowledge of Vedas and Upanishads. And all the Puranas, Itihasas, Samhitas, all that Smriti Sastras, the condensed knowledge of the Smriti Sastra is in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So in Kali Yuga, these two Sastras are primarily recommended. If you can read the Upanishads, if you can get time to read all the Vedas, is fine. But in Kali Yuga, in the short span of time, what is recommended is these two literature for Kali Yuga. Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Now what is Guru? Guru is one who helps us practically understand the knowledge. And second, Guru is one who will also catch our ear. Because Bhagavad Gita is not going to catch our ear. Imagine whether we are reading Bhagavad Gita, after reading Bhagavad Gita, we followed one sloka of Bhagavad Gita in our life or not. Is Bhagavad Gita coming and going to catch us? Kyore, Vikram, itna class kiya, ek bhi follow nahi kiya. Is Bhagavad Gita going to do that? But imagine we don't come for one class, then we'll get a call. Ki Prabhuji, you are not coming for the class. Is everything all right? So that's how, along with the Shastras, we require Guru who can help us practically understand the message and also catch our ear when we are not implementing the message in our life. Right? And the sadhus, are for inspiration. Because if you are alone, we don't get encouraged, we don't get inspiration. But if there is a mandali of like-minded people who are also reading with us, who are also taking guidance, who are also trying to implement, so in that association, we get encouragement. So these are the three things Krishna sends again for the soul, to bring the soul back from material world to the spiritual world. Right? But the problem is, the soul wants to be in the material world. The soul doesn't want to go to the spiritual world. Then what would Krishna do?
Prabhuji avatar. Krishna will come as avatar.
Okay, Krishna will come as avatar, and then who cares? ठीक है, Krishna आए अवतार होके, फिर जाओ आप.
So Prabhuji, that soul has freedom, so उसके कर्म और विकर्म का फल
Okay,
right?
okay.
He will or she will continue here.
Okay, soul has karma. Okay, okay. But the soul is not interested only. Soul is not interested only in going back to spiritual world.
Krishna will give lot of discomforts so that it can realize.
Oh, Krishna doesn't give discomfort. Like any parent never.
According to the karma.
Oh, according to karma. Okay.
According to the karma of the soul, it will go through the discomfort and realize and come into the spiritual path.
Okay, this is 1/4 of the answer. Yes. What else? What else? What else? How?
But until the karma is over, we don't even realize, no?
But karma, to get it over, like you said, that until unless karma is over, we don't realize. But karma to get over, it is difficult, impossible practically. Like for example, right now I'm giving class to all of you, and I am taking breathing. I'm breathing, and as I am breathing, so many bacteria is getting killed by my breathing only. So I am getting the karma of killing the bacteria also. Now, is it possible to stop the karma? Tell me.
Then it is only reasonless mercy of Bhagavan.
Okay, reasonless mercy of Bhagavan. So that is there. But I should be ready to take that reasonless mercy ना. भगवान तो बैठा हुआ है कृपा देने के लिए. भगवान तो बोल रहा है तुम आ जा रहे भाई, आ जा रहा है भाई. मैं तो इधर ही फंसा हुआ हूँ. I am only wanting कि I want this, I want that of this material world. So what God will do?
God will send Guru to.
How many people want to hear from the Guru? We had 300 people who started attending the first class, and by the end of so many sessions, there are only 15, 16 remaining.
तो फिर यहीं रहना पड़ेगा।
Okay. Okay, so यहीं रहना पड़ेगा. Okay, अब क्या ही कर सकते हैं, यहीं रहना पड़ेगा तो क्या होगा? If God is merciful, God will definitely have some backup plan, na?
Prabhuji, there is a total destruction at the end of the Kali Yuga?
Okay, total destruction what will happen? Total destruction के बाद फिर से construction करना पड़ेगा, and again the souls will get some new bodies and they'll stay. Destruction से क्या होगा? भगवान तो forcefully हमको लेके नहीं जा सकते हैं. भगवान तो हमको forcefully लेके नहीं जा सकते हैं. Krishna will not force us back to material world to spiritual world. We have to personally desire.
God will create curiosity among the human beings.
Okay.
Same curiosity that he has attended during his soul time.
Okay, God will create some curiosity. Okay.
Prabhuji, we will get some good association.
Okay. Let us see that basically what is the problem is, Krishna is not going to force us. It is not through force. Rather, it is a voluntary choice of the soul to again move back from the material world to spiritual world. So it's a choice. It's not a force. It's a choice. Now, how Krishna has created, now for the next 2-3 sessions, we will see how Krishna has created such a wonderful method so that the Jivatma voluntarily chooses to leave the material world, which is a place of suffering, and come to spiritual world. So we will see how Krishna is so merciful. In the next 2-3 sessions, you will see that kitna Bhagwan ne ayojan kiya hai. No one would think like this. For someone who has gone against God, like we all have gone against the God's laws and not live with Him and rejected Him and come back, but still Krishna thinks so much. That is what we will see now in the next sections. Okay, so the first question is, what all the souls desire while in material world? Forget about desiring to spiritual world. क्या क्या जीवात्मा का डिजायर होता है इस जगत में रहते समय? बोलिए, who will tell? क्या क्या डिजायर रहता है? Tell all the desires that general जीवात्मास will have. Yes, fame, very good. What else? Property.
Only 3 desire, Prabhuji: Kanchan, Kamini, and Kirti.
Okay, Kanchan, gold, wealth, and Kamini, and that is spouse, nice, beautiful life partner. Here, Kirti, fame is there written. What else? What else?
Success, Prabhuji.
Success.
Prabhuji, one is power.
Power, very good. Yes, correct. So these are all things that the souls desire. Anyone else has anything? Controller, yeah. So all these things you require to control, and these are control is like a yes, Seema. Happiness, okay, definitely. The soul desire happiness through all these things. Ye sab,
Peace as well.
peace, very good. Peace. Yeah. So these are the different things. So Krishna divides these. There is one thing that you all forgot, that is knowledge. Knowledge is also important. Yes? People want knowledge. People want to be jnani, so that knowledge will bring them all different things. So all these desires, Krishna categorizes this desire in Bhagavad Gita in 4 categories. Okay, just we will open. Where is okay, this, yeah, this one. From current, yeah, देखो. So these are okay. इसको छोटा कर दो, नहीं आ रहा है. It's not coming. It's not showing. All the upper cut statements are not showing. It's not showing, Prabhu. It's make it small. Okay. So this is about, make it small. Yes. Yeah, this is 4 types of people who begin spirituality. Okay. So, we will recite this verse, which is in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 16th verse. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chaturvidha bhajante mam.
Chaturvidha bhajante mam.
Jana sukritino Arjuna.
Jana sukritino Arjuna.
Artho jigyasu artharthi.
Artho jignasu artharthi.
Jnani cha bharata shava.
Jnani cha bharata shava.
Chaturvidha bhajante mam. One more.
Chaturvidya bhajante mam.
Jana sukritino Arjuna.
Janan sukritino Arjuna.
Artho jigyasu artharthi.
Artho jigyasu artharthi.
Jnani cha bharata shava.
Jnani cha bharata shava.
Okay. So Krishna says in this verse that there are some people in this world who are called Sukritino. Sukriti. Sukriti matlab good people. Now how Krishna defines them good people? Krishna defines them as good people. Krishna tells good people are those, Sukritino are those who have material desires and they come to me, they go to God for their fulfillment. They come to me for their fulfillment. They are good people. So, who are good people in this material world? Krishna terms the good people. Among all the people who have come from spiritual world to material world, the good people are those who, at least for the fulfillment of all these things what you said, they come to me. So, you see, Krishna is telling what? Chaturvidha, 4 प्रकार की चीजों के लिए भजन्ते माम. They come to do my bhajan, right? And what are the 4 things Krishna is telling? First is arthaha. So the first category of people are arthaha. Sorry, arthaha is distressed. Oh God, why I am getting so much of suffering? Why I am getting so much of disease? Why all these things are happening in my life? So many people over so many years in the temple, last 20 years in temple, I have seen so many people coming to the temple for this reason. Prabhu ji, mera ye gujar gaya, Prabhu ji, mera ye ho gaya, Prabhu ji, mera ho gaya. People come to the temple being very, very distressed. as it is mentioned, the first category, as Krishna says, is, you see here, आर्तो. आर्तो मतलब, आर्त मतलब कष्ट, आर्तो मतलब कष्ट. जिनको कुछ कष्ट होता है, उनके जीवन में कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया, they come to the temple to find, as all of you said, peace. I think Santi madam also said the same thing, that they get a lot of distress from their karmas and all, and then they look for spirituality for getting peace. So they are good people. Don't think that those who are going to God for material fulfillment of material desires, they are wrong people. They are good people. Krishna is telling them good people. Right? So sometimes we think ना, अरे भगवान का बिजनेस बना के रखा है. अरे भगवान ने ही बिजनेस बना के रखा है. हम क्या किए? भगवान ही बोल रहे हैं. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं. ये श्लोका कौन बोल रहा है? भगवान ही बोल रहे हैं. जो मेरे साथ बिजनेस करने आ रहा है, they are good people. Can you imagine what a merciful person he is? मेरे से कुछ चाहने के लिए आ रहा है, मेरे से रिश्ता लगाने के लिए नहीं आ रहा है. Here Krishna is not telling those who are coming to me to love me, to serve me, they are good people. Those who are coming to me to get some benefits from me, they are good people. Tell me who is in this creation such a person, who was such a big rich man. Those who are wealthy, they are very much concerned that who are coming to them. If someone is coming to them, those who are wealthy, just to get their money, they feel very bad. Imagine to you have some wealth and one person comes and you know that that person is coming so that he needs some money from you. How will you feel? Yes, Subhan, how will you feel? Imagine one person comes to you just to get money. How will you feel?
So I used to feel very bad.
Yeah. So you see, Krishna, he is proclaiming that these people who are coming to me for material benefits, to get some benefits from me, they are good people. They are sukritino. You see the word Krishna is using here? Sorry. Sukritino. Sukriti. Kriti means action. Sukriti matlab people who are doing good actions. So that is the mercy of Krishna, is that Krishna considers those who come to him for fulfillment of their material desires and to get benefits from God. They are considered good people in Bhagavad Gita. So sometimes we see that people go to temples, like in South India there is one Balaji called Visa Balaji. You know that? So people go to get visa from him. And then there is people go to Balaji temple for getting some money and telling, oh Balaji, I am giving you some money, I'll get some money back. And sometimes people, I am from Jagannath Puri, so I have seen people coming to Jagannath. I am not having a son, Jagannath, give me a son. I'm not having a daughter, give me a daughter. I'm not having a job, give me a job. People go to Vrindavan with so much of desires. And sometimes we think, ये आध्यात्मिकता को पूरा बिजनेस बना के रख दिया है, कमर्शियल हो गया पूरा. Krishna is telling they are good people who are coming to get benefits from me. Why? Because that is the first way by which I can interact with them. Just like, I'll give another example. Just like Syam Narayan has a nice, sweet daughter. So Syam Narayan wants the daughter to study and the daughter wants to play. What Syam Narayan will do? Sanskriti, if you study today nicely for 3 hours, then I will give you a gift and I'll give you a PlayStation. Oh, Papa, you'll give me a PlayStation if I study 3 hours. Yes, Sanskriti, I will give you a PlayStation if you study 3 hours in this entire summer vacation. Every day, if you read 3 hours, at the end of the summer vacation, a PlayStation will be yours. Now, what happens? Now, is the father fool? Number one. Because if the daughter doesn't want to study, giving her a PlayStation will be foolishness. She will get more distracted. But the father knows if the daughter gets into a habit of studying 3 hours every day, then even if after 2 months of summer vacation she gets a PlayStation, but because she has got a habit of studying 3 hours, you will continue this habit. How many of you are able to understand this example? This is exactly what God does to all of us. We are also children of God. This is exactly what God does to all of us. That Krishna says, you come and you can fulfill your material desires by coming to me. Right? And to fulfill the material desires, as we will see ahead again first, and then we'll discuss. So what are the different material desires? One is people are distressed, dukhi hai, they want santi, they want peace in their life, and they are coming. Okay, why it's not going ahead? Yeah, now it's going ahead. So one is artha, first category is artha. The next category is jigyasu. They are little curious. Arey, kya chal raha hai idhar is jagah mein? And there are some curious people who say, inquisitive people, who are these saffron wearing people? What they are doing here? Why they are chanting Hare Krishna? And there are some more curious people who say, why you are wasting so much of money to worship this god, this murti in temple? It's a stone murti. Why you are wasting so much of money? So these are all curious people. They also come, jigyasu. And then artharthi, third category, those who want material fame, material power, material prestige, material money, wealth, and all this. They are all contained in artharthi. I want big house, I want big balance, I want power, I want prestige, and all these things. They will also come to Krishna, right? They also, this third category. And fourth category is jnani, those who are searching for knowledge. Who is God? Who am I? What is the goal of life? Why am I suffering in this world? I am trying everything to do, but still I am suffering. So these are the four categories of people who roam in this world. The first category is those who have got some failures and they are frustrated. Second category is those who want more success, more and more success. Third category is those who want some knowledge. Fourth category is those who want purpose. The jnanis are those who want purpose in life. So Krishna, he takes these four categories of people and says that I will give you all benefits. Sab milega. If you come to me, you will get wealth, you will get power, you will get prestige, you will get everything. And I'm like, wow, God, you will give me everything. Yes, I'll give you everything. So in the course of it, just like a father says to the daughter who doesn't want to study, the father says to the daughter, if you study, then I'll give you a PlayStation. Krishna also says that if you come to me, I will fulfill all your material desires. And in the course of fulfilling the material desires, while in the course of fulfilling the material desires, what Krishna does is, there is prescription. And what is the prescription? You have to do some yajna. There are three prescriptions basically. You have to do some dana, and you have to do some tapa. Yajna, dana, tapa. These are the three prescriptions generally are there. Like if you see, what is the yajna for all of you? Chanting the holy name, Sankirtan Yajna. For Kali Yuga, the recommended Yajna in the prescription Even if whoever wants to do anything, if like many of us come to our Bhagavad Gita classes for what? शांति मिलता है प्रभु जी, आपसे सुनने के बाद बहुत शांति मिलता है, शांत हो गया जीवन, शांत हो गया. And प्रभु जी क्या कर रहे हैं? प्रभु जी भगवान का ही प्रेस्क्रिप्शन दे रहे हैं. What? Chant the Hare Krishna mantra, chant holy name. What is holy name? Basically yajna, sankirtan yajna. It is sankirtan yajna. Right? And then dan. What dan we are giving? First we are giving the dan of time. Arey, who will give time? Huh? So many people come to temple. You have seen, okay, they come and they spend their time. They could have gone in the Sundays and Saturdays. Now we see in our temple, it's completely filled up. Completely filled up. And many of the boys and girls are coming in the temple, the duets, right? And to spend some good time in the temple. They're boys and girls, they're doing all their Valentine activity within the lawn of the temple compound. But at least it is better. One person came to me and said कि स्वामी जी इन सबको भगाइए, ये सब लव बर्ड्स आके आपके लॉन में बैठ के सब बैठ रहे हैं, खिचड़ी खा रहे हैं एक साथ, बहुत प्रेममय संबंध कर रहे हैं. मैं बोला they could have gone to Nico Park, Eco Park, this park, that park, but they have come to ISKCON Park and they are taking khichdi. Just see, their spirituality has begun. So this is how God tricks the soul that even if you want to do this, you do it through me. So then dana. People give time, people give wealth. So this is dana. And then tapasya. What is tapasya? There is some prescription in the tapasya also is there in the prescription. You have to follow some rules. You have to follow some laws. You have to follow some regulations. And if you follow that, then it's good. So, for getting all the material benefits, people do yajna, people do dana, people do tapaha. And these yajna, dana, tapa, pavanani, manishina. We will see a verse. Close it. We will see a verse. Bhagavad Gita 18.5. Yeah. So this is open. So this is a verse from Bhagavad Gita. We'll recite this verse. Yajna dana tapaha karma. Read.
Yajna dana tapaha karma.
Na tyajyam karyam evata.
Na tajyam karyam evata.
Yajno danam tapaschaiva.
Yajno danam tapaschaiva.
Pavanani manishinam.
Pavanani manishinam.
So Krishna is telling yajna, dana, tapaha, karma. All these three things, yajna, dana and tapaha, na tyajyam, you should never be given up. Yajna, dana, tapaschaiva. And for doing yajna, dana and tapa, pavanani manishinam. It purifies great personalities also. Forget about getting all personalities, other ordinary personalities getting purified. Even great personalities should not leave yajna, dana, tapa because it has the power to purify even those who are already purified. So, when the spirit soul comes to Krishna for getting material desires fulfilled, then Krishna says, yes, I will fulfill your material desires if you do yajna, dana and tapa. You chant Hare Krishna. So yes, I'll chant Hare Krishna. Give some time for reading Bhagavad Gita. Do some dana of time. Do some dana of dhana. And do some tapasya. Follow these rules, regulations of no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication and all these things. Yes, Krishna, for getting peace, I will do everything. I'll do everything. For getting wealth, I'll do everything. Yes, do all these things. And the nature of this yajna, dana, tapa is what it is mentioned in the verse as we read. What is the nature of this? Anyone can say from this verse, what is the nature of yajna, dana, tapa? What is the nature of these three things? What is the inherent nature mentioned in this verse which we discussed? Yeah, very, very simple.
Pavanani.
Pavanani. Pavanani means, you see what is the meaning? Pavitra karne wale. So these are the three things which purify the soul's desire to control. The soul's desire is there to control, and because of that desire, the soul is hovering in this material world from one place to another place, from one body to another body. And yajna, dana and tapa, when a soul does these three things, yajna, dana, tapa, the soul's desire get fulfilled, purified. So this is the process of beginning spirituality. How a person begins spirituality, Krishna says, is that the soul has some material desires to be fulfilled in this world, and when the soul comes to Krishna to fulfill those material desires, then Krishna gives a prescription. The Guru or the sadhus give a prescription. Okay, you can do this, you chant Hare Krishna, everything will be all right and all those things. And while in the course of chanting Hare Krishna and all those things, that it purifies and also it nullifies all the karmic reactions. And slowly, the soul gets freed of the karmic reactions and get out of this world. So as the soul continues yajna, dana, tapa, in the beginning the soul will do yajna, dana, tapa for his own material benefits. After some time, the soul will get purified of his material benefits, and the soul, if you ask, like in the beginning, if people are asked, why you are chanting Hare Krishna? Mostly people will say, बहुत शांति मिलता है प्रभु जी हरि नाम करने. But after some time of chanting Hare Krishna for a lot of time, इसको बंद करो, ये क्यों खुल गया? So after some time chanting Hare Krishna, here, yeah, lower hand. After some time of chanting Hare Krishna, if you ask why people are chanting Hare Krishna, Prabhu, I want to develop love for Krishna. I want to love him. That's why I'm chanting his name. Just like a boy who wants to love a girl keeps on chanting the name of the girl. Similarly, I want to love Krishna and I am chanting Krishna's name. You see how the desires getting purified, correct? In the beginning, people come to do some danam in the temple. Why they are doing danam? If I do some danam, I'll get some fame. There will be name in the temple board. No, I am giving some donation, or I will get some benefit. After so many years of giving danam to temple, I have seen people, you ask them, why you are giving charity? Last 10 years you have been giving charity to temple. No, Prabhuji, this is my only service that I am doing for Krishna. You see how? Last 20 years I am seeing in temple. I am seeing how this yajna, dana, tapa are purifying people. You are reading the verse. I am seeing how the verse is getting implemented in temple. People come to temple giving some danam, and after 5-6 years of giving danam, I have seen the same people, their attitude are completely changed. In the beginning, they would give danam and find out where is my name, my name is not appearing, I gave so much of donation to the temple. After some years of giving donation, they hardly matters. नहीं प्रभु जी, आप भगवान हमको सेवा करने का मौका दे रहे हैं प्रभु जी, यही सबसे बड़ा बात है. That means हृदय की शुद्धिकरण हो गया. They don't want anything now from Krishna. They just want to give Krishna. This is love. And this is getting freed from the bondage. In the beginning, people tell, I have seen people, they do little tapasya. मैंने आज निर्जल व्रत किया जन्माष्टमी में, निर्जल व्रत किया, निर्जल. 10 times they would tell to me, प्रभु जी निर्जल करता हूं मैं जन्माष्टमी. After some years, hardly anyone says कि क्या मैं तपस्या किया हूं, क्या किया हूं. Initially, people are having little bit of pride, अहंकार. मैंने इतना तपस्या किया भगवान के लिए. After some time, that pride also goes away. They get purified. No one even says ki what Nirjal is doing, what he is doing. Just he is ready to serve. So Pavanani Manishinam. Great personalities, small personalities, any personalities who does these three things gets purified. So Krishna, what he does is, the living entity in this world wants things, and Krishna uses those things to purify the living entity. Just like a father, mother, they know that the child wants to play and doesn't want to study. Giving the prize money of play only, giving the reward benefits of play only, the father tricks the child to study. Correct? Exactly what Krishna does this with all of us. Okay? Hare Krishna. Now the next question is, which we will see next class, is what if some people don't want to get purified and still want material benefits? You are able to understand? Krishna's material benefits is like having star mark. You get material benefits from me, but you are going to get purified. आपको यज्ञ दान तप करना पड़ेगा. But what if there are some people who want material benefits but don't want to get purified? So that we will see next class. Okay. Now, what we discussed today, anyone has any question? Now you can ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, when pure soul is there, then they have a curiosity to come to the material world. On that point of time, how the body is decided, like what kind of body particular soul will get, because there won't be any karmic cycle at that point of time.
Very good. Very nice question. Very nice question. Very thoughtful question. So generally, the soul gets first the body of a Brahma, in charge of the universe. And from Brahma again he glides down to other living entities and all.
So Lord Brahma is deciding everything first time.
Yeah.
And then every soul they are getting it particular part.
So all of us would have become sometimes somewhere before Brahma. And then after Brahma we got entangled and different bodies. Now we have come to a place where we can now go back if we are serious. Yes? Anyone else?
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Yeah, Prabhuji, a question connected to this. If
Yeah.
we go back to Vaikuntha, and then again out of our freedom, we again we think that we want to go to control them there. So this cycle will continue, or how will it end?
Yeah. So nice question. So imagine again we are practicing now yajna, dana, tapa, and we go back. Then what will happen? Again we have to come back? Mostly not. 99.9999% not. Because just like a father is telling to the child, पंखा के अंगूठी मत डालो, बहुत डेंजरस है, अंगूठी मत डालो, बहुत डेंजरस है. फिर भी बच्चा डाल देता है, थोड़ा सा लगता है, उसके बाद क्या प्रोबेबिलिटी है फिर से डालेगा वो? नहीं डाला, उसको मिल गया, चस्का एक लग गया उसको लग गया वो. तो उसी तरह, so the probability is very less, but still freedom is there. Even when we go back again also, still the freedom is there. Don't think that we go back again and Krishna will make us robot. नहीं, ये घूम के आया है बहुत, ये थोड़ा चंचल है, उसको रखो, जबरदस्ती फेंस लगाओ. भगवान, प्रेम मतलब प्रेम. प्रेम में कुछ बंधन नहीं होता है, आपको डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा कि, एंड मोस्टली बिकॉज इस दुनिया थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस भी हो गया, तो मोस्टली 99.99% प्रोबेबिलिटी है, और वापस मुड़ के देखेगा नहीं, बाप रे, और नहीं देखेगा. क्या उसको बोलते हैं ना, लौट के बुद्धू नहीं that is one
दूध का जरा छाछ पी फूक के
नहीं लौट के बुद्धू कभी ना आए what is that बुद्धू क्या what is that saying anyone remembers
लौट के बुद्धू घर को आए प्रभु
हाँ क्या
एक तो था दूध का जरा छाछ
नहीं that is
लौट के बुद्धू घर के आए
हाँ तो what उसका पहला वाला लाइन में भूल रहा हूँ और मैं भूल रहा हूँ आप सब भी भूल रहे हैं yes that is so like that yes anyone else
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have one question
yeah
so that means spiritual world mein we remember or at least we remember the lessons of material world so that is a must
yeah the soul is actually चित्त घन सत्य चित्त आनंद चित्त मतलब knowledge so now because the soul is covered with the body that's how the knowledge is also covered so forget about going to spiritual world when we leave this body हमको पूरा याद रहता है क्या क्या हुआ है so soul is चित्त घन so चित्त याद तो रहता ही है आत्मा को okay anyone else nothing so next class we will discuss on this question what of those people who do not want to get purified and still want material benefits what will happen to them they don't want to get purified they don't want to come to Vishnu because they know that अगर विष्णु के पास आएंगे विष्णु बहुत नटखट है वो देगा भी 10 चीज ले भी लेगा बहुत चोर है so Krishna is very mischievous so what will happen to those people so we will see next class okay Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare I think Bhisma has made all the certificates Vikram you have given the certificates
yes we have received it yes
okay very good thank you so much Hare Krishna Srila Prabhupada ki jai Hare Krishna Hare Krishna